Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to speak on this, in my humble opinion, a very important motion, a motion to designate the third week of February as Kindness Week in Ontario. I want to, at the outside, say and do some thank yous, that this is very much a co-sponsored motion. I am very delighted to have the support of MPP France Jelena from Nickel Belt for supporting this resolution, and she will be speaking to this motion further, so I thank her for her full support. I also want to thank a member, MPP Sylvia Jones, who is not here today, who is also very much supports this particular motion. Unfortunately, due to some other personal commitments, she cannot be here today, but I do want to extend her thanks. This is definitely, and obviously, Mr. Speaker, is not a partisan issue. This is an issue about building our communities. This is about ensuring that all, as Ontarians, as human beings, we extend humanity to each other by doing random act of kindness. Now, I've been often asked, where did this idea come from, Yasir? And I really want to take this opportunity to introduce and acknowledge Rabbi Reuven Bulka and his wife Leah Bulka, who are here with us today from Ottawa. Thank you very much, Rabbi, for coming. Who is truly our champion in our community and a champion behind this incredible idea. Rabbi Bulka is a spiritual leader in Ottawa. He's a community builder and just all around a good guy, as I like to call him. He's my rabbi, and I'm very proud to have his counsel from time to time as he works very hard in building the great community in Ottawa. And in many years of his working, he's a very knowledgeable man. I was looking at his CV. It runs 3 pages. He's written about 30 so odd books. He's got a PhD degree from University of Ottawa. One of the things which strikes about Rabbi Bulka is the amount of work he has done in our community, and not just in Ottawa, but all around, in making sure that we continue to live in a healthy and a safe community, where we go beyond the boundaries of religion or ethnicity or gender. He reaches out to everyone and to make sure that we are, in the end of the day, are one people and interact with each other with the utmost kindness and humanity. And I think as a result of that kind of work, which he's been doing all his life as a spiritual leader, that 2 years ago in Ottawa, he started Kindness Week. He partnered with United Way, with our school boards and other media outlets, and I will mention some of them a little later, and came up with this idea that we need to have a week where we commit, engage, or act in random acts of kindness, where we just are not kind to our family members, which is a given. I think we should be kind to our family members, that we should be kind to our neighbors, to our friends, but that we should be kind to everyone, to strangers. If we see an elderly, a senior walking down the street and needs help in carrying his or her grocery bags, we should just not think twice and we should just do it. If we want to help somebody who is perhaps disabled, even if we don't know them, we should take the time from our busy lives and do that act of kindness. So he came with this idea, something I think conceptually, if one thinks about it, we shouldn't think about it. We don't need a designated week to do random acts of kindness, but sometimes we need, in our busy, hectic lives, remind ourselves that it's important to think of others. So first time this idea was undertaken was in 2008, and it was quite a success in Ottawa. Once again, last year in 2000, or earlier this year in 2009, Ottawa celebrated Kindness Week, even with much more success and fanfare and more participation. And now the rabbi has a dream to make sure that we do Kindness Week all across Ontario, and here we are today in making that effort. An effort I believe is very much worthwhile. Now, I did mention that I've talked to a lot of my colleagues here today, and some people felt sort of snickered, supportive, but say so what is this about? And in Ottawa, of course, this has received a lot of media attention. I wanted to sort of read to that point from an article that appeared in the Ottawa Citizen February 16, 2008. And I quote, it says, talking about Kindness Week, if all this sounds a bit silly and sentimental, a tad touchy-feely, well, it's not. The idea reflects long recognized psychological theories that behavior can be changed through habituation. In this case, we become more kindly by repeated acts of kindness. That, in a nutshell, is the purpose of Kindness Week, says Rabbi Reuven Bolka, who came up with the idea 2 years ago and has been working towards this week ever since. And the article quotes Rabbi Bolka, "This is a chance to make kindness a habit. It's not that we are bad people, it's just that we get caught up in the hurly-burly of life and we don't think to be kind." And that's exactly what we are trying to achieve here, Mr. Speaker, through declaring 3rd week of February as Kindness Week in Ontario.